Welcome. I am Dolla50. This is the 1,000 Million Foundation. Feel free to donate. It should be a link in the description where you can just click on 1,000 Million Foundation and feel free to donate. Donate, you scroll down on the page and you click donate. Now, notice the fire extinguisher, United States flag, and approaching summer, the summer heat, the name of this video particularly, summer heat is going to reflect the extremes that are going to be, everybody's going to be exposed to this summer. This summer, nobody's going to be wearing a mask because everybody's got the vaccine. This is what they've been instructed by the president, not to wear a mask if you have the vaccine. As misleading as that sounds, without experience in the field of being vaccinated in a pandemic that's only a year old, wear your mask. Wear your mask. Don't listen to the president. We have to be who we are. And sympathy goes out to the president. His dog died at the age of 13 today. The age of 13, his dog died, a German Shepherd. Now, let's take all this into account. This is an emotional time for the president. We don't want to burden the president with why'd you say that? We don't want to burden him with that. What we want to do is we want to take charge of our own lives and say, listen, if you're going to be in a crowd of people, vaccine or no vaccine, wear your mask. And as misleading as that would appear to someone that hasn't worn a mask, hasn't been vaccinated, it would make them feel comfortable not wearing a mask. Now, as the hospitals become flooded and these extremes present themselves of new strains and other diseases, we have to be mindful of these dangers during the summertime, particularly because these are the times that everyone's on vacation, everyone's partying, everyone's not wearing a mask, and these are pandemic situations where new strains are circulating, new diseases are presenting themselves. The flu is not gone. The flu is still the flu. You have to still be mindful of these diseases that are circulating outside of the pandemic, outside of COVID-19. COVID-19 is one disease, but when you expose yourself to the elements of all the other diseases by not wearing a mask during this challenging time, nobody knows what type of help you're going to need when it's time to get help. When it's time to get help, you're going to be in front of a doctor, hopefully, but no guarantee because the hospitals are going to be flooded. This summer particularly, this is the second summer that we've gone through the pandemic, and we know what it would reveal. The death rate slowed down, but when it was here, it was nasty looking. The hospitals were just carrying out body bags and had trailers outside of the hospitals where somebody would come in for treatment, and then a week later, they'd be in a body bag being carried out. You don't want to be that statistic. Wear your mask. This is not a game. This live broadcast with a fire extinguisher, with a United States flag. This is a fire extinguisher. So you have an idea. This is a fire extinguisher. Those are business cards. On the fire extinguisher, it has instructions how to use the fire extinguisher. Business cards. This is no game. OSHA should be well in tune with my broadcast being a safety broadcast. Now, look at the gauge on the fire extinguisher right there. The gauge on the fire extinguisher right there. You see the gauge? It's in the green. That means this fire extinguisher is ready to go. No less than how I appear. I appear to be ready to go for the summer, ready to go for the extremes of the pandemic, ready to go for the hip hop headquarters extremes. I initially said I was going to open the hip hop headquarters for the community of hip hop. That's what I said initially. But now, during the pandemic, I'm faced with the extremes of people not being alive. People are dying. So now I have to perform on the hip hop headquarters level, hip hop police department, hip hop judges, hip hop courtroom, hip hop temple, hip hop sick pay, hip hop vacation pay, hip hop retirement, hip hop bail. You know, hip hop bail? You don't think you're going to have hip hop bail, but McDonald's don't need bail. McDonald's has hip hop sick. McDonald's has sick pay. They don't need bail. Hip hop needs bail. Hip hop needs transportation. I got on a bus, a Greyhound bus, and they said, "Move your leg over. Your legs are in the way." While I was doing Mr. President, weed should be legal. As opposed to drinking alcohol, weed hurts less people. 10 pounds. And check this out. When I was transferring that level of information was clearly outside of somebody saying, "Move over. Come on, make room over there." It was clearly out of that reason. So I said, when I be a success approaching the music industry with my form of hip hop, We Legal was my form of hip hop, my initial album, I'm going to open the hip hop headquarters. I said I was going to open the hip hop headquarters way when I was doing We Legal. Now, the summertime is approaching. Today is the first day of summer. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the world. To every father in the world, you can hear this broadcast. This is a live broadcast, and your broadcast only goes as far as your direction, your intent. I want this Father's Day to be heard by every father throughout the world that has access to the internet. That's a total of 196,940,000 square miles is my intent. The area of the planet Earth. That's my intended trajectory. That's my intent. That's my direction. So if that's my direction, with a fire extinguisher, with business cards, with a United States flag, and certainly you can see the reading on there is in the green. This fire extinguisher is ready to go. I'm not playing mathematically, digitally. Those lights in traffic change from red to yellow to green, from green to red to yellow in a digital order, in a digital sequence. It's all digital. It's computerized. Those people driving those cars with computer chips on them, and you know, when the light turns green, they go. When the light turns red, they stop. Everything transfers based on digital right now. When that plane takes off, digital. When that train departs, digital. When that bus, car, boat moves, digital. When I transfer this broadcast, I want the fathers of the world to know it's summer, the first day of summer, and happy Father's Day. It's my conclusion. I have access to the Bible quite frequently. It's my conclusion that a woman was responsible for Jesus' death. I haven't yet proved it. It's my own hypothesis. But a woman seems bizarrely elsewhere in the childbearing process. When my son was born, my son mother said, "I hate you." When I haven't seen that level of information ever before in life, I was only 19 at the time. "I hate you," is what she said. When I haven't seen that information resurface up to date, my son was burned, I was hit by a car. I was jailed even. And she hasn't been jailed. She hasn't been hit by a car. She hasn't been burned. It's my conclusion that a woman is responsible for Jesus' death. Sure, men may have acted accordingly, but a woman may possibly been behind it. And I'll prove it one day. Now, when the Capitol building was invaded, they didn't say whether a woman was responsible for it or not. But they went behind Nancy Pelosi's desk and put their foot on her desk, and there was a message behind that. A woman, the Speaker of the House, wasn't present at the time, but mathematically, it's more to the message. It's more to the message than meets the eye. This information transfers digitally now. When they invaded America and conquered the Indians and went to Africa and stole the people from Africa and brought them here and stole the graves and brought them here, raided the royal libraries and brought them here, they wasn't under the assumption that they had an alarm system set up in Egypt, trap doors, escape, passageways. They didn't have no idea that Egypt would have an alarm system. A car has an alarm system, but that's practical, a car with an alarm. A car can be taken apart, and a car is as expendable as spending money. So when you have a car with an alarm, you can conclude that Egypt, the entire Egypt, would have an alarm system consistent with anyone's ways of life. Egypt would be consistent with life itself. Practicing and preparing that level of understanding up to that point in time of the invasion. So having that understanding, an alarm system would be practical to Egypt. Not preparing for an invasion, but no less than being followed at times, no less than being, information being kept secret from the mainstream Egypt. Egypt had to protect their information from the mainstream, and there was competition in Egypt. The poor would compete with the wealthy. The old would compete with the young. Man would compete with women, and women would compete with child. It's just a way of things. The jungle is no less of a place. The jungle, the wild, the animals compete. They'll fake you out. They'll lead you to believe that they're weak and vulnerable and kill you. An animal, as practical as an animal sound, an animal will deceive you and kill you. Dead. Egyptians won't quite kill you if they deceive you. Egyptians are a little more extremely hesitant in killing people. But should this situation present itself, an animal will kill you, no doubt, and eat you for food and keep warm with you if that was the case. Those are the extremes of the wild, the jungle. Now, this live broadcast, put a link in the description. There should be a link in the description, 1000millionfoundation.com. You should be able to click on that, and it should say my website, donate. It should say donate once you reach the page. It should say donate to the American Rescue Plan. It should say donate. Now, I don't know if you're going to donate or not, but this information is not free particularly. This is a paid app promotion. I'm seeking funding for the preparation for the summer. I'm seeking funding for many things. But most importantly, this broadcast is not free. I don't want you to believe that this is a free broadcast. You may get over with not paying anything by not donating for now, but I'm charging you. I'm charging you for having access to this level of information. I'm charging you. Now, whether you believe you're going to pay is elsewhere. That's not what I was saying. Let me I'm going to put a little message. I'm going to send you a message. You should have got my message. It should say donate. Donate is the message I just sent you. You have an option to, say, well, I don't want to donate. You can say, well, we can communicate. Don't leave that opening to communicate void, empty, blank. Respond to my message. Communicate. Correspond with the request to donate. Well, why should I donate? Well, what is this message meaning donate? Is this really a link in the description? Can I click on this 1000millionfoundation.com and a website appear? Just exactly what are you getting at, $1.50? The summer's approaching and a lot of people are going to die. That's more reason enough to donate and feel comfortable with your money transferring in this direction. I'm preparing you for the possibilities of being exposed to death. I'm preparing you. I have a fire extinguisher. This information is digital. It transfers digitally. You understand me digitally. You don't understand me, as if we were in the same room. We're not in the same room. We're not in the same house. We're not in the same car. We don't know each other. All you know is that the amount of people in this room are what they are. In this digital environment right now is what they are. Look to see how many people are in this room. You see how many people in this room? If you have the option to respond now before death is the ultimate result. Don't pretend you're not there because I see that you're there. And if I can't see you there, then I'm going to find out how to see you there. I'm preparing you for being in harm's way. Summertime is approaching. Today is the first day of summer, and the extremes of summer are approaching. People aren't going to be wearing a mask. They were instructed by the president not to wear your mask if you've been vaccinated. The people that haven't been vaccinated, they're going to be under the impression that it's okay not to wear a mask. Seeing people without masks on, not knowing if they're vaccinated or not. This is what we're up against. When the president told everybody not to wear masks because if you've been vaccinated, he didn't take into account that people are going to be under the assumption that people just aren't wearing masks. He just said something haphazardly, and the people are going to be exposed to it. Death is going to be the ultimate reality. So we have to be mindful on our own. We have to protect ourselves. We can't expect the president to think for us, survive for us, prepare for us. The summertime extremes aren't present yet. The 4th of July, the pandemic, the stimulus checks, they supposed to have a conversation on the stimulus checks before the summer's over. Before the 4th of July, actually. Before the 4th of July. Now, if we're going to depend on stimulus checks, I'm going to travel to a largely densely populated area. Right now, I'm in a location where the buses aren't running. Today is Sunday. The bus line is not running. It's a nice day, beautiful day outside. The sun is out. It's summertime, and I can go outside, but I don't have any transportation currently. I've been pulled over enough times and my transportation been redirected. Range Rovers, minivans, Ford Broncos. I mean, you name it. My vehicles have been redirected. BMWs, Mercedes Benzes. My vehicles have just been redirected to no return. And I blame the police department. They have a way of scamming you from locality to locality. I blame the police. The police don't have to pull you over and seize your vehicle every single time. Seize your license. Give you a ticket for something that's, practical. You were traveling 66 miles per hour instead of 65. You rarely get a ticket like that. But when I return to pay for the ticket, they say, we threw the ticket out. Just pay the reinstatement fee and you get your license back. That has nothing to do with my license being redirected, my vehicle ultimately being seized, and the World Trade Center being attacked. That has nothing to do with that. That has nothing to do with, me going through a whole nother experience because I was pulled over in that traffic stop. Then they threw the ticket out. Not suggesting that they shouldn't throw the ticket out, but then they threw the ticket out was the result of the traffic stop. I had to pay the reinstatement fee to get my license back. I took the test, passed the test. A week later or so, they sent me a letter in the mail from North Carolina and New Jersey saying, well, your license is suspended until you resolve these issues with your license, your driver's license. So I called North Carolina. They said, well, all you have to do is pay the reinstatement fee. You don't have any ticket because the ticket was thrown out. I tried to do the same thing with Newark, New Jersey. They told me I had a court appointment. I had a court appointment on Zoom, and you're going to be scheduled for an online hearing. And I haven't heard anything else. A month has gone by. I haven't heard anything else. Now, mind you, I just got my driving privileges restored. I took the test and passed it, despite the challenges that were present. I passed the test. It was almost impossible. Extremes were present. People were yelling, screaming. It wasn't as orderly as DMV appeared on face value. People were screaming, that's the wrong answer. Hypothetically, this is all hypothetical because this information transfers digitally. It transfers digitally, and when accountability presents itself, when my broadcast transfer, and I'm saying people were screaming during my test taking time, you better believe I'm gonna smack somebody right upside the head. Don't ever do that again. I'm gonna smack somebody right upside the head, straight across their face. Don't ever do that again. If you see me taking a driving test ever again, don't play with my driving test. My driving privileges are as important as the pandemic. The pandemic would reveal that it's 630,000 deaths right now, currently. 13, 30, somewhere in between 13 and 30. 613 or 630,000 deaths. Don't dare play with my driver's license. I'll knock you to the ground. So in the effort to restore my driving privileges, I'm waiting for New Jersey to respond to my request for a Zoom hearing online so that we can have a conversation. These are prescription glasses, might I add. I'm putting them on consistent with the level of information I'm currently generating. The current freedom of expression I'm using consistent with the First Amendment freedom of expression of the United States Constitution. I can exercise my right to freedom of expression, and you understand these digital eyeglasses that I'm wearing. You can understand this YouTube hat that I'm wearing. You can understand this religious necklace that I'm wearing. This is a rare gem, Egyptian jewelry is what I call it. I call it a rare gem Egyptian jewelry. It dates way back before our time being in America. This rare gem Egyptian jewelry will be as digital as it appears when I presented it to you a moment ago. I'm fighting the pandemic digitally right now. Everything is digital. Your social security number is digital. Street lights are digital. Your VIN number is digital. Everything is digital. If I'm consistent enough, I can stop everything in America right now. That wall isn't completed, so I can't stop everything no less than that wall being completed, but I'm going to stop everything within my power. Within my power, within my strength. Stop everything within this pandemic now. Can I get a round of applause? I want a round of applause for stopping everything digitally. I got a fire extinguisher. I got a United States flag. If I'm consistent enough, I can stop everything inconsistent that affects the death rate right now. Everybody, look, it's Father's Day, first day of summer. I'm going to stop everything in traffic. Don't move that car unless it's a green light. Don't move that car unless don't stop that car unless it's a red light. I'm going to have that power to be in the same place as a red light, the same place as a green light, and a yellow light, you better be on your way to a green light or a red light. You better be on your way. Listen, not scaring anybody or intimidating anybody. I'm being theatrical. I'm showing up for the occasion of Father's Day being the first day of summer, the pandemic strike in America, and nobody else functioning on this level. When you see me function on this level, I'm a power guard. There's no such thing as a power guard. It's power forwards. It's point guards. It's no such thing as a power guard. I'm a power guard on the court. I handle the rock. I fake you left and I go right. I fake you right and go left. I don't do that repeatedly, but if with the opportunity, I will go past you every time. Nothing has stopped me up to date. Nothing. Nothing has stopped me. Nothing. There's no such thing as a power guard. I'll back you down, Center for Disease Control. Put out that fire. Now, activate your fire extinguishers, Center for Disease Control. Consistent with my broadcast. Just be there. Don't wonder what I'm doing. Activate your fire extinguishers, fire department. Just briefly, just do it. Don't think about this digital information transferring and nothing being able to stop it in America. Don't think about it. I'm approaching America as a power guard currently, but I want you to understand that a power guard, it has power. We'll back you down. We'll fake you like you're going to get back down and go left. You know, the weak side of any guard. Majority of the guards are right-handed. Go left intentionally to make you believe that it's going to be a weak situation. And make the basket. Score. Play defense. Steal the ball. Score again. This is no game the same way. The game of basketball is a game, but as serious as it can get with the pandemic killing people on the court, it's no game. The pandemic is in the summertime now, and the summertime is going to reveal a lot more death. Death is going to be the ultimate result. Now, make sure you donate. Click on 1000millionfoundation.com in the description and donate. Donate to my website, which is going to ultimately go to PayPal, and I'm going to transfer it to my bank account. I don't know who's instructing you to not to do what I'm saying do, but this is what I'm instructing you to do right now while you're in harm's way. Let me take these glasses off. Let me repeat myself. While you're in harm's way, I'm saying donate to the 1000 Million Foundation.com. That's in the description right now. And be in a safer place based on the level of information I'm transferring digitally. You can understand me. Donate. Now, I have a new YouTube channel, Mad Butter by Dolla50. My new YouTube channel doesn't have any likes, doesn't have any subscribers. It's new. But after you donate, go there and subscribe. Go there and throw a like up there, comment. Make your presence known because you're in danger right now. You need to be consistent with being somewhere safe. If you don't, you're going to be in more danger knowing what the difference is. Be in that safer place. This is a fire extinguisher. I'm not lying that this is a fire extinguisher. The gauge reads green. Read the gauge on the fire extinguisher. It reads green. That means it's ready to activate. It's ready to be activated. It's in the green. This United States flag is in no less of a place. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm not lying to you. Donate. That money in your pocket is not going to do no good if you're dead. If you're dead, nothing is going to help you. This fire extinguisher, the business cards, the flag, nothing is going to help you. Donate now. Now, as these summertime extremes are presenting themselves, I want you to understand the pandemic, COVID-19. COVID-19 has a personality. You may not have noticed it initially when it struck a year ago, but the personality of COVID-19 is riots, chaos, police shootings, stores being looted. The personality of COVID-19 is monuments being destroyed. That's the personality of COVID-19. It has no direction. It has no outlet. It has nowhere to go. As the people die in large numbers, you figure every form of life has a personality, has a characteristic. A dog barks, a cat meows, a bird chirps. Every form of life has a characteristic, a personality. COVID-19 has a personality. As a molecular structure of a disease as it is, it has a personality. Now, when you're dying, this personality surfaces as a person because the very last breath that you take, COVID-19 is present. We don't like Trump. We don't like Trump. Blah, 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 blah. We don't like Trump. We want Biden. We want Biden. We don't like Biden. We don't like Biden. We don't like Biden. He says open the borders. He says wear a mask. We don't like Biden. We don't like Biden. We don't like Trump. We don't like Trump. Destroy the stores. Oh, COVID-19 is crazy. COVID-19 has no outlet. No matter who the president is, no matter who the vice president is, COVID-19 is dangerous. You never seen the likes of COVID-19. Dangerous. I watch COVID-19 from one location. I watch COVID-19 to the next location as a safety representative. I watch COVID-19 another location. I watch COVID-19 go this way. And I said, listen, if you ever see the personality of COVID-19 and the personality of a person, be prepared to shoot. Shoot first, survive, and that be the end of it. COVID-19 is dangerous as I'm not going to curse on this broadcast. I'm not going to change the content of my broadcast because there may be children watching this broadcast. Wear your mask, children. This video is not for children, but if you're watching this video, I got a fire extinguisher, I got a flag, I got business cards. I did not curse one time. Click the link in the description, 1000millionfoundation.com, and commend me for my efforts in not cursing and make a donation. I haven't cursed one time. I was pushed into cursing, hypothetically. I was pushed into cursing. I was coerced into cursing, but I didn't. I don't take anything less than COVID-19's presence right now. It's not killing me. I'm not exposed. I'm not in traffic with no mask on, dying from COVID-19. Ultimately, I'm in my home, and I'm warning you. COVID-19 is lurking. COVID-19 is a dangerous disease. It has a personality. Once the death toll accumulates to the point of people being borderline dead, COVID-19 surfaces. Breathing, smelling, bad breath. What can I destroy before my existence is eliminated with the vaccine? I destroy this monument that's not alive. I'll loot the stores. I'll be destructive as shooting somebody else. I'll be a police officer. Why were you speeding? Pow! Shoot the pedestrian. Shoot the person in the car. I'll be that person, COVID-19. I'm telling you, COVID-19 is dangerous. It takes on the characteristics of people, and nobody has ever told you this, but when I told you this through video form, before, it wasn't a live broadcast, and you didn't see the results of COVID-19 the last time I told you that. Now you see what the difference is. Those police officers that are shooting people by accident, questionably, or intentionally, they're under some type of, not hypnosis, but they're under some type of ultimate mindset. Their mindset is to do something. Whether it's to kill, whether it's to correct a situation that's gone wrong, it's a situation present this summer. Last summer, it presented itself. We didn't know what it was then. We didn't know COVID-19 then. Now that you know COVID-19 introduced itself. This is who I am. Breathing, bad breath. Not a Terminator movie, but certainly well within reason of some type of cyborg sent from another time to destroy all of humanity. COVID-19. Wear your mask. And donate to 1000millionfoundation.com. You should see a link in the description. I don't know if you see a link in the description. I didn't check yet. When I check, it should be a link in the description, and you should be able to click on it, 1000millionfoundation.com. I'm going to check it. I don't have anybody to back me up and saying, yeah, everything's working fine. I don't have anybody to back me up. It's nobody consistent enough to say, well, I'm just going to go and check and make sure everything's working. The donation should be in your email. When you donate, I get an email saying you donated. You can't make me believe that you donate and not donate. So donate so I'll know that the process works. I don't even know if the process works right now. I put a link in the description, and I don't know if that's working. I don't know if it's there. Nobody's telling me it's there or nothing. You got an option to communicate right now. Let me put on my glasses so the consistency of what I'm conveying to you is in no less of a place. I have on my glasses that are mathematically prescribed to me, and you're not gonna, just sit there watching my broadcast and pretend, what I'm saying is not real. You can see the accountability of the information. If I wasn't saying what was real, this fire extinguisher is pointed right at me. The gauge reads green. The business cards lodged in the fire extinguisher were printed as staples. Donate to the 1,000 Million Foundation. Support my efforts to eliminate COVID-19 in America. Can't take care of the world until you take care of America first. America first and foremost, and then the world. This is how I'm going about it. It's no taking care of the world. The world, you can support the world to an extent. There may be some consistent regions in the world that if you help them, they might they might make the play. But if you're just going to bog me down with helping you, then I can't go no further than how you help me. I can't go beyond how you help me. I have to stay within the framework of how you help me. I can't go to the full blaze fire and say, all right, you got my full attention. Let's combat this fire in your country. Let's combat this fire. The same fire is burning in my country, but we're going to combat this fire until this fire is out. Take care of America first. We have to do it that way because you can't put out nobody else's fire and your fire is still burning. It's not going to be feasible. You get back home and you on fire. You didn't put out your own fire before you left home. Now I could easily end this broadcast because nobody's corresponding with me. Nobody's communicating to me, whether the link in the description is functional. Nobody's corresponding. I could easily end this broadcast, but I'm not going to end this broadcast. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to continue on with this broadcast and saying the stimulus check process should be recurring. If you're going to be constantly in death's way this summer, then make sure that when you pass this next bill, Congress, make sure it's recurring payments. Don't lead us on to another experience of they about to issue stimulus checks again. They're going to talk about it. We going through this emotional roller coaster every time you're doing a stimulus check. That's not fair to the people. We need to know our bills are going to be paid and not be evicted, within reason of having the resources, food, shelter, clothing, transportation. We need to have some security. I'm showing up for the occasion. That's some security of knowing when you issue a recurring payment, Dolla50 is going to be on Twitter. Don't even worry about it. He's going to be on Twitter. He's going to be doing his thing probably. Even if he's in Vegas, like he said. If he goes to Vegas and he combats a densely populated area like Vegas, he's going to show up. Guaranteed. He's not going to a densely populated area and not show up for the occasion. He's going to use his consistency in a densely populated area where no consistency is present of the same caliber and combat COVID-19 head up, even if it's from the confines of a hotel room in the confines of his vehicle of a channel car. He's going to have a channel car. He's going to have a hotel room. He's going to have a home. He's going to have a resident. He's going to be set up a certain way in Las Vegas if he goes to Las Vegas. He's not going to be somewhere where there's no bus line running. At nighttime, there's no lights. The people don't agree with you. He's not going to be nowhere like that. He's going to be somewhere where everything's going to be consistent with OSHA, safety, the 13th Amendment, the abolishment of slavery. If people are working, then they expect to get paid. There's no redirection from you getting paid. When I went to Chicago Motor Cars, I didn't have a credit card. I said, listen, let me get a buyer's order for this vehicle here. A Lamborghini Aventador SVJ 63. Not brand new, used, 2020. And I know the VIN number by heart. And I'm not going to say the VIN number, but that business card has the VIN number on it with the fire extinguisher. And until I brought it to your attention with that United States flag with that gauge reading green, you didn't know what I was doing with that fire extinguisher, the United States flag with the business cards. Now that you know, I'm consistent enough to purchase a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ 63. The VIN number and business card is right there. Now that you listen to what I'm saying, to the caliber of credit card that I would have, am I a billionaire? Am I a millionaire? Am I a trillionaire? I'm talking about saving billions of lives worldwide. Would you put a cash amount on that? How much cash would you put on that? How much? What type of amount would you label me with, as opposed to the information I'm generating to you? Let me take off my prescription glasses. You don't understand me. How much money would you stamp me with? Put in my bank account? Because when I tried to purchase your vehicle, you didn't sell me that channel car. I told you it was a channel car for this reason. When I make a broadcast like this, I want that car to be in the same place. You didn't sell me that car immediately. You probably will, but my point is, how much money am I worth to you to buy that car? Because when I don't show up the conventional way in a pandemic would bring out the money in people. Somebody can be at work handling millions of dollars every day at a bank. Handling millions of dollars, a bank clerk. Be taken out of work, know how to handle millions of dollars, and be that person on the internet live. Listen, I'm a bank clerk normally, but once I open my YouTube channel for free and I got my business cards with the VIN numbers, I'm the same bank clerk. I know how to move. I know how to move this money. This money is my money now. It's not the bank money, it's my money. That's my car. Dolla50 says, that's my car. I bought that car. I requested that purchase to be made. I requested that buyer's order. That's my car. And I'll prove it to you. With this fire extinguisher, with those business cards, with that United States flag, before everybody's dead, and that's my car. That's my car now while everybody's alive. This is summertime. This is Father's Day. The children are born already. The boys, the girls are born Father's Day. That's my car. It's a link in the description. Donate. Throw your like. Subscribe at Mad Butter by Dolla50. And most importantly, peace. Dolla50. You already know.